Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or CarlHunga712, and today I'm bringing you a best class setup video here for Quickscoping and Modern Warfare. I'm sure there's been a lot of other great snipers who have uploaded videos, but I'm going to give you guys a few tips here and a pretty good solid class setup for basically shipment or kind of any of the multiplayer maps. You could even use this in Warzone and Plunder, or any other modes you want, with a few variations, of course. But anyways, for my shipment class, got a lot of great feedback on my last clips from last night, so make sure you guys check that video out if you haven't. I'll definitely link it in the description section if you guys haven't watched that. But basically, I run overkill snipers in shipment, and this is probably what I do too on some multiplayer maps as well. I think, in my opinion anyways, there's 3 snipers that are great for quickscoping. These are 2 of the 3 snipers, the CAR98 and the M2 Carbine class, so these are definitely what I recommend. So basically on the CAR98, this is kind of the class setup that I run. The shorter barrel is obviously going to give you the fastest ADS time here. So basically, these other 2 barrels would be great if you're going to be sniping in ground war or something like that, or Warzone. You're going to have a little more damage. The TAC laser is great to improve your aim down sights. The optics, you can kind of choose whatever one you want. When I'm sniping, I just like having just a normal sniper scope. That's just what I'm used to. It is going to slow down your ADS speed just a little bit, but not much. The sport comb here, that again, it's going to increase your ADS time, and then the stippled grip is also going to increase your ADS time. So I mean, this gun here is kitted out for basically maximum ADS time, and I've got the longer barrel on it, so you are going to get a little increased range for your ground war map. And some of the other longer lines of sight maps, but you can put on these other 2 barrels and it still doesn't affect your ADS time too bad. I think the best gun for quickscoping in this game is the M2 Carbine here. This would be, again, the class setup I'd recommend here. I've got a sniper scope on it. I do change the reticle on the M2 Carbine because the reticle's a little funny, so I just definitely have a normal crosshair for the M2 Carbine here. Again, I run the comb. Increases your ADS time. The stippled grip tape, again, sprint to fire ADS time. So if you get caught sprinting, this attachment basically gives you the best chance of scoping in quickly and getting the kill. The TAC laser, of course, that also increases your ADS time. And the last one here is the shortest barrel of the 3 here. Again, if you're on a little bit of a longer map with some longer sight lines, you want to snipe in, like I said, maybe ground war or something like that, and you're going to take some longer shots every now and then, this is perfect too. But like I said, this class here is maximized basically for the shipment playlist and smaller maps. So you're going to have some of the quickest ADS speeds of basically you can create. Your perks, obviously, you can kind of run whatever you want. If I'm in shipment, I'm going to run EOD always because everybody's going to be throwing grenades and C4, thermite grenades, all kinds of stuff, so I think that's the best class. If somebody happens to be sitting back and get some kill streaks, you can, of course, change mid-map to cold-blooded. I think that's a great setup. Obviously, overkill here because, you're running 2 snipers. I think if you're going to run overkill snipers, I definitely recommend the amped perk. Helps you basically switch between the 2. So basically, I'll start off with the CAR98, go through my 5 or 7 shots, and then kind of go from there. And then, of course, Battle Harden's pretty good too if you want to shield yourself from flashbangs and stun grenades. Alrighty, guys, this is going to be my favorite quickscoping setup in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. As you saw earlier here in the video, that's a great setup, but this is actually my preferred setup here with the AX50. You have a higher chance of getting a one-shot kill with this gun, and it still aims in quite fast. Not quite as quick as the CAR98 and the Mark II, but still pretty quick. Basically, you'll want to start with the 17-inch barrel here. This will give you faster aim down sight speed, faster movement speed for that aggressive quickscoping style. You definitely want the tack laser again, aim down, sight speed, stability, everything like that. Although you do see the laser on the gun, it is visible to enemies, since you're basically going to be in people's faces, and that really aggressive style, it's not going to affect you very much. One thing you can do if you want to is you can put on like an ACOG or a VLK sight. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like having just my normal stock scope, so that's what I typically use. If you want to aggressively snipe, definitely stay away from the thermal scopes. The thermal scopes will just really hurt your aim down sight speed. The last stock here, the assassin stock, is what I use as well. Also increases your ADS time. And then I think the most important attachment here would be the stippled grip tape on the AX50. Not only does it increase your ADS speed, but it also increases your sprint to fire speed. The big key with sprint to fire is that's basically the time it takes for you to go from sprinting to firing your weapon. Which obviously, if you're moving around a lot, you're sprinting a lot, you're coming around corners really fast, you're going to want to speed that up as much as possible, and that's basically what the stippled grip tape will do. Now the last attachment here is kind of up to you, what you prefer. On smaller maps and even in ground war, this would probably be fine. I like to use the lightweight suppressor just because it keeps you off the mini-map. Basically, it's harder to hear you, obviously, since you have a suppressor, and it also doesn't hamper your ADS speed. It does hurt your damage range a little, so if you're taking some really long shots, I wouldn't recommend using this. If you want to do more of a traditional sniper class, I would recommend the monolithic suppressor, which again keeps you off the minimap and increases your damage range. Doesn't hamper that, but it does slow your ADS speed down a little bit. So even if you want to run something like the monolithic suppressor, you definitely can. But like I said, I typically use the lightweight suppressor. Now, if I don't really care if I'm on the minimap or if I'm showing up on the minimap, you can run a few different perks that are pretty helpful. Fully loaded, if you don't think you're going to be around people enough to pick up ammo, typically you are if you're aggressive sniping, so that's not a big deal. Sleight of hand I used to run, but I've had some buggy issues where you try to reload and either your guy doesn't reload or it doesn't register that you reloaded. It's kind of bugged out for me, so I usually try to stay away from sleight of hand. But presence of mind, focus, or recon, these would probably be your next best choices. Basically, you get your flinch resistance, you get your extended hold breath plus focus, and then recon. Basically, enemy names pop up a little easier than if you didn't have it. But that's my favorite class setup if I'm going to do aggressive sniping on this game. And I just want to thank you for watching this video, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, I do COD videos constantly, always giving tips and tricks and basically best class setups. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Like button helps also for views and to get kind of my content out there, so I definitely appreciate that. But let me know in the comment section if you guys have a class setup that you like better, or what you think of these class setups. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you next video. Bow out.